Yo. Signing. All right, we here. All right, so look, right now you look on the screen, you see Tupac, right? Yeah, I know. It's an interview from 1994. Only reason we doing this because the Michael Jackson fans was a little upset. If you hear, what's up, y'all? What's up? I understand. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand where y'all coming from, how y'all got there, what's going on. So boom, I did the interview about the Michael Jackson interview, and I said, did he admit guilt or whatever? A lot of people here, a lot of backlash for that, a lot of aggressiveness. So you know what I'm saying? It's all good. So they was like, look, Mike was not the rapist. Do the Tupac interview. It was Tupac. It was Tupac, which whatever. We here. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna give it the same, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna check it out, see what's going on with Tupac. Is Tupac guilty, false? You know what I'm saying? Is he false? But he went to jail for this, right? You know what I'm saying? I was 4, so I don't really, you know what I'm saying? But I think he went to jail for this. But let's check it out. Let's see what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got we are living in a war zone.
Okay.
It's not as easy as these people are making us think.
Okay.
We just got some criminal ass black kids with guns. It is not like
Mhm.
that. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself because you living in the same community that the police is carrying rifles and riot gear. Same,
Hmm.
they need them riot. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry. The same reasons they need the riot hat, the riot jacket, the flak jacket, the double vest, the 9mm Glocks with extra bullets, the tear gas, the mace, all that. Who do you think the police is using that against? Dogs?
He spit me. He just came in hot. You know what I mean? Pop came in hot with the he came in with bars. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they got the riot gear, they got this, they got guns, they got this, they got who they using against? What you think? The dogs? Nah, bro, it's us. He came in with the fire immediately. 39 seconds in, just blah, blah, blah. Ain't no question. What? Let me give it to you the way I need to give it to you. Pause.
We fighting the same villains that they
Damn, my man
fighting
tried to talk. Oh, nah. I ain't done yet, bro. I ain't done yet.
the street. But instead of them seeing us fighting villains in the street, we all villains.
Is your generation the one that is picking up for where the Panthers left off, saying, all right, enough is enough? The generation before us forgot about the fight. We're picking it back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes. And we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way. And we might lose some. We might gain some. But we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real.
Hey, he's spitting like he found a way to get the attention. Listen, man. So far, Tupac. So far, I see what you're doing so far. Now we ain't get into, but so far, yeah, I'm with you so far.
You know what I'm saying? And the main thing for us to remember is that the same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of.
Facts.
The same
Facts.
crime element that white people fear, we fear.
Facts.
So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? While they waiting for legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. We next door to him, you know, because we up in the projects where it's 80 in the building. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. But it's better just because we black, we get along with the killers or something. We get along with the rapists because we black and we from the same hood. What is that? We need protection too.
Finally, I want to ask.
All right, hold up. Hey, he making valid point. He is making points, right? Pac is making points. He is making points. That's what he's gonna leave right there. He made a point. He left off on a good point. He left off on. I wanted to like say something about it, but he left on a good point.
Ask you about something that someone else asked you in the interview, and I thought the answer was interesting because I think it speaks to you and your generation a lot. Someone said, "Where do you see Tupac 10 years from now?" You said, "Hey, I just want to be alive." That's real for you.
That's so real. I made a metamorphosis. I'm a new person today because I used to strongly and honestly, I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. But now I cannot die with people thinking I'm a rapist or a criminal. I can't leave until this is straight. You know, I'm not suicidal. I can't go until y'all really know what time it is. And then after that, boom, it's all over. And we can see, you know, how this shit fall. But that's how it is. And the reason being is because
Did he accomplish his goal? Because we do not talk to him about talk about him like that. I feel like he accomplished his goal, even though he did time. Whatever, we don't look at Tupac like that. We know he had the case, whatever. It's a sexual abuse case or whatever. I don't really know what that really means. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a case, but like he went to jail for a little bit. But like as far as like what that entails or what he did, the details, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's because it was so far long ago or whatever, but he passed away. So like when somebody passed away, like how they was trying to do the Michael Jackson thing, like kind of sweeping under the rug or whatever because he passed away. Like it happened. Like if certain things have happened, even though I will say this, Mike didn't do no time for it. He went to court, but he didn't do no time for it. So like that's the one thing I want to kind of like I shoot him a little bell for that. But like I don't look at Tupac like that at all.
Because if I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. If God wanted me to be this person and be happy here, He wouldn't let me feel so oppressed. He wouldn't let me feel so trampled on. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me think the things I think. So I feel like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't have nothing to pass around for people to put money in the bucket don't mean I ain't doing God's work. I feel like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? Because these ghetto kids ain't God's children. And I don't see no missionaries coming through there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing God's work. While Reverend Jackson do his up in the middle class and he go to the White House and have dinner and pray over the president, I'm up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, doing my work with my folks. And just because I don't live there don't mean I don't go there. I got to go there because I can't hang nowhere else. What would a Vietnam
Hold up. It's just like Flash. I'm trying to think like who he like right now who sound like Tupac. Kind of maybe an NBA young boy, but he kind of. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody that kind of has the same standpoint? Like yo, it's them. Like you got to protect us. I'm protecting us. I don't feel like nobody really got that mission right now. It could be somebody, but if it is, let me know. I don't really remember.
vet be like without a sergeant, without any backup, without any other soldiers, nobody but a Vietnam vet in Vietnam, when he came home, how would he be? And that's me. I had to go through all that street war, everything, the same drugs that everybody else get turned out on. You know, where I would have been stopped shorted, I made it past. And here's where I am. But because I made it past, I missed some lessons. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the lessons that I missed when you talk to me. You can see where I haven't had a father when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. It's words that comes from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But to me, these were my role models.
How much of that, though, in terms of growing up without a father, sometimes not being with your mother, do you lament on and look back and say, "Damn, I missed something big"?
Everything. I know for a fact that had I had a father, had I had someone, and I hate saying this because white people love hearing black people talk about this, but had I had a father, had I had some of these opportunities, I'd have been able to help my mother more. She wouldn't have went the road she went. I could have been a better son. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have went that road. It was the absence of my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with him being daddy not being there. My mother's dealing with him being my man not being there. You know, so many problems in our community that affect everything. So by me not having that, I ain't never want to hear nothing about no kind of relationships between a black man and a black woman. I knew they didn't work. Because as far as I knew, my daddy was the coolest dude out there. And my mama was a Panther. So if they didn't work, it don't work. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
going out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like watching my mother just go through changes and everything. It's like my mother's my partner. She a soldier. You know, she a soldier like I'm a soldier. You know, and I watched the peep the game that she went through. If I would have went the same way my mother went, had not she did her route and showed me where it went wrong with her. My mother always told me, don't you ever just volunteer yourself to our people because they'll use you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? She also told me to follow my heart and for me to be the leader.
But it's interesting to see just the change in your face, your reaction, your thought process.
That's all I ever wanted to do. Ask my mama. I wanted to go to college. I went to
Hmm.
school all the way and was ready to go to college. The only thing that stopped me was money. The time all the kids in my school was writing applications to go to college, I didn't have no lights and no electricity. And that ain't my mama's fault. You know what I'm saying? So when I think back to that, I'm not thugging for me. I'm thugging for my family. I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? I feed my whole family. Wrong or right, I do. And I can't stop. You know what I'm saying? If thugging is gonna make me $1,000,000 because it just got me platinum, then that's what I got to do constantly. And if it makes me feel, because right now I feel
Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. It's just the verbiage. My man said thugging. Like what? Thugging did all that, bro. Thugging gonna make him 1,000,000. I ain't mad. Get that 1,000,000, bro.
satisfied. I don't feel like I've ever embarrassed myself or my people, in nothing that I've done. And yet, and all, I got the whole world fearing me. You know what I'm saying? At 23, weighing 160 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even started. I haven't even wrote my plan out yet. And they
That's
scared. I
crazy,
got the vice president know who I am, the president.
bro. That's crazy. At 23, that's crazy. That is crazy. that is, hey, that is crazy. I
Every cop in every city. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't even started shown before.
hold up.
President, every cop in every city. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't even started working out a plan. I have something to offer to business that hasn't been shown before. I have a whole energy that represents not just black youth, but white youth, Mexican youth. You know what I'm saying? That change right before you go from being 18 and unresponsible to when you go to being like 21, 22, and the whole world's on your shoulders. I believe strongly that my audience empathize with me because I show that side. I show that emotion raw, uncut, good and bad. And so I think I can bring that more funnel, more directed into screenplays, more albums, producing, managing. You know what I'm saying? If I can figure out just how to control it, I can use it on a lot of different levels. I tripped off.
No, that was facts though. That was facts. Yeah, he's an amazing actor. What he did in Juice. Oh my gosh. I always reference Tupac and Juice. Anytime you loco, Tupac and Juice, bro. Tupac was just like, you ain't gonna shoot me on this elevator. Who ain't about to shoot you on the elevator, bro? What? Tupac was different, bro.
Because it happens out of nothing. It just goes, everybody just be screaming and acting, and I just I get uncomfortable, and it's like similar to a deer being caught in the headlights. I just freeze, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should be what they want me to be, or if I should make them hate me so they can stop. Like say something mean so they can just stop. But I'm just like caught in the middle of it because you can't. No one can do that. Police can't do that. They can't stand in front of all those people and control them with a gun and mace and all that. So me with just words, it's like a battle to find the right words to say at the right time.
I'm curious when you think about the idea that you do have that kind of control over so many people, in one sense, the whole idea of being a role model comes up in the imagery, and a lot of people who know you, and I talked to them beforehand, suggested that hey, when you meet him, he's going to be something entirely different than you imagine, and what the media is portraying him. What about that idea that you have been portrayed? And sometimes, to be honest, you like the portrayal of you just hard,
That's right.
thug,
That's right.
don't step on me.
That's right.
You're in trouble.
That's right.
Yet there's another side to you too. What about that idea that you've got to be able to figure out where you're going?
To me, it's like it is my sensitive side that likes to blow up the hard side, because if my image or my reputation.
Hey, hold up, bro. When we gonna get to the get tos, bro? Did he do it or not? You know what I'm saying? Well, and talk about what we need to be talking about, bro. Come on, bro. They sent me here for a reason. We need to find out. Did he do something or did he not do it? You know what I'm saying? History tells me he did it, but I want to hear him talk about it because maybe he did. But because people say, yo, check this one out. He did it. He did it. He did it. Yo, Ed, when you gonna ask the question, bro? Come on.
Reputation can stop a confrontation before it happens. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is day to day. It's a constant man ego check going on in this street, in this world. So part of that is just like, that's my resume. But as far as the media, they look at it as something different. They don't care about my resume. They don't care about me not getting in trouble. It's just another story, and it's a real story. They don't have to pay for it, and they're gonna milk it for all it's worth. As far as people, they want me, when they first see me, to humble myself. They want me to be like this and just because they're scared of me. But I don't feel like that's my job, to humble myself, to show you that I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat unless you're a threat to me. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, when you meet Pac, He's different than he is because when somebody one-on-one, anybody one-on-one, I believe honestly that I can talk. I believe that I have the ability to reason. I have logic. I have compassion. I have understanding. If we talk, there's no problems. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happens. People use what they heard in the media, and that's how they come at me. And then we got a clash.
One of the things that you read in the media is that you're angry.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, and then we got a clash. Like, hold on, like that's the obvious answer.
That you personify your generation, that you just got some angry folks out there and you're one of them.
So every time they talk about the generation, right, I'm thinking about this particular generation is like my mom and whatnot, right? So like I keep listening to this and they keep talking about the generation thing. Think about these old people. So y'all was out here trying to be thuggy and whatnot, and now y'all all stuffy. Bro, get out of here, bro. This is why this is an issue, bro. This is the problem. I was 4 right here, right? That's the problem. Y'all was listening to Tupac, bro. Y'all was following up with Tupac, man.
I'll put it to you. Are you angry?
But I don't know
Are
what's
you
going on,
angry
man.
with what you see society is about?
Yeah, I'm extremely angry, confused. A lot of the times that I sat up in court, I couldn't defend myself. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like the things they were saying about me were beyond my comprehension, or um, the things that I could say weren't going to help my case. But because I mean, it's like being exiled, from society, and that's how I feel. And this whole the anger comes from I'm tired of waiting for my past to get into society. All I ever wanted to do was make me and everybody around me feel more comfortable about where we were. You know what I'm saying? About the places that we stay, this is our home base. Let's build it up. Let's be happy about where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to assimilate and get a pass key to where they at. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that everything needs to be separate, but we gotta find pride in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And
That's true.
once you get the pride, like damn near 2 seconds after the pride comes anger from being held like that for so long and to be made to go through those changes. You get mad. You know what I'm saying? As soon as any black man receives his first 3 checks, he starts getting mad. Because it's not about the necessity of having to have a job and having to pay and having to do that. You don't care no more about the smiles and yes, massa, because you done got paid. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you want to save money. You want to help other people. And you see how far it is, how far you have to go to help anybody in your neighborhood. It's set up for me when I get paid for me to exit the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I've had these problems is because I haven't left yet. And these problems don't come from a white man. It comes from just society.
Damn, that's true. That was true. It is kind of set up for you to get the bag and jet. That's true. But if you sit there and you figure out how to build it up, you could build it up. You know what I'm saying? That is true. That's why I'm gonna buy a street or something if I get money. Name it after myself in the hood. Martin Luther King got a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, no, I'm dead serious. Buy me a street or something. All the houses in the street. You know what I'm saying? And then get people in there or whatever. That'd be dope. I need money. I need money first before I be trying to help people. But he definitely got a good point right there. You do get the money, you jet, you go to where the white people at. Not to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not white or let's not even say that. You just go where it's more opportunities, more money actually flowing around, other people with money. Because I've been in neighborhoods was like full black, and it's just like it's a lot of money around there. But you just kind of transition to a different area from where you at, rather than bringing the stuff that you want to that area. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what happened. But it just seemed like a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like I live in a food desert. Some McDonald's, it's a Wendy's, um, KFC, um, Cookout, Captain D's, a lot of fried, you know what I'm saying? But ain't no fresh markets, ain't none of that around. So like it's like that. If I get the money, we out, you know what I'm saying? I'll go to places where I can get some quinoa on the low. You know what I'm saying? Just quickly go ahead and get some guacamole. Just go ahead. I can get guacamole now. I can get quinoa now. But I'm just saying, I'm into a grocery store like way out and somewhere else. I'm talking about I ain't even see the same name brands that I see. I ain't see no Hidden Valley. I didn't see Prego. I didn't see Welch's. I like like it had like other brands. Never, they don't make commercials for this stuff. I don't know if the same brands just made like a upper scale food for other people, but they did not have the same stuff, bro. And I was just like, hold up, are they trying to kill me? Like, what's up? Why they don't have the same food? You know what I'm saying? It was kind of mind blowing, but he got a point.
Problems that we have.
Let me put this to you. A lot of people tell me Tupac is, for the most part, a nice guy. This old thug thing, hype, good for record sales. Helps him identify with the young people who are out there and angry, who would maybe label him a sellout, like they did Hammer, if he didn't have that hard side. What about that?
First of all, nobody could call me a sellout. I'm not going for that. I'm not even in that. I'm not looking for approval from the black community because we don't give approval. You know, we don't really do nothing but exist. So it's not like black people could tell me you a sellout or you true blue. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. I'm not even caught up in that. But I can see that, you know what I'm saying? The one thing we do have in common as black people is we share that poverty. So the thug side is more closer to the poverty than me being rich. You know, how can I come to any community center, you know what I'm saying, sporting a Rolex presidential, all these diamonds, and be like, look, we, you know what I'm saying, gotta.
Crazy.
But now when I say we, they know what I mean. I'm not saying like I live in this neighborhood and nothing, but I'm a thug and they thugs. They can relate to. I don't even have to say that. You know what I'm saying? When I come, I don't have to say I'm real. They already know that. You know what I'm saying? From me being me, from not pushing the thugness, but I know from the business that everybody in this business is always whispering in your ear about what you can't say, what you can't do, what you can't wear in this world and in this world. It's two worlds, a white world and a black world. All I did was stand in the middle, you know what I'm saying, and say I'm living in these, I'm living.
Damn, I did that in the bank, Tupac. Ah. Yeah, I worked at the bank, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the bank, I was a manager when I was doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? And they wanted me to conform. They wanted me to be more like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I am hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it on my channel. So look. Yo, like, share, subscribe. But man, matter of fact, before we even, you know what I'm saying? Before we even ah, yeah, all that. But look, but for real, I'm in the bank. You know, I'm still doing my dress up or whatever, but there was a lot of times I wasn't dressing up. I wasn't doing because, but I got to do that because I was me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't trying to be nobody else. I was literally being me. I was moving the way I was moving. So when it, and I literally understand what he means because I didn't have to walk around saying you could trust me. People knew I was trustworthy. I didn't have to say I was grounded. People knew I was grounded. I didn't have to go out there and say, if you tell me something, I'm not gonna tell the rest of the world because people knew that. Like I exuded that particular those particular qualities just kind of was like written on me when I walk around. So every people I didn't even know they'll run up on me, yo, DJ, yo. I need to ask you a question, or how can I do this, or how can I get better? I want to make more money. They'll come and holler at me versus talking to their own people. Like your manager, your supervisor, you're not talking to them, but you should be. But instead, you come to me because we kind of the same. I'm not gonna judge you. We was kind of somewhat some people was around the same age, but it was starting to get like to the point where it was like younger people. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to get a little older. I was starting to peep stuff like damn, they a little younger. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But he right. He right. That's all I want to say right there. It's kind of long winded with that, but he right.
In both worlds. I can go to the streets and survive, and I can go out here and do my business.
Yeah.
I'm play devil's advocate again. Critics say, yeah, but you're being pimped.
Whoa.
You're being pimped by the record executives who will allow you to do your thug life because it portrays a certain black. I mean, you've heard it.
Yeah.
That if you were just a singer, you wouldn't have the same record contracts you have.
Right.
But because you portray the thug life, the gangster rap, they've allowed you to make that money. They've allowed you to push and make your platinum.
I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pimped. That's true. But just like how a woman would be, you know what I'm saying? Anybody to be pimped. You know, it's like, it's not that you get pimped. It's how long you get pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really look at this situation, it is not I who's being pimped. When you look at them white kids with Raiders hats on, it's the white folks getting pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making their future. I'm writing down their curriculum. Right now, what I write in my album today, when it comes out in 2 months, that's what white kids is doing. So who really is getting pimped? What I'm writing in my raps is what them white kids is gonna be saying to their mamas and daddies when they come home. Who is getting pimped? You know what I'm saying? I'm a high school dropout. You know what I'm saying? As far as my teacher told me when I was in high school, I ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down.
He on his neck.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody's getting pimped. Whether you work a 9 to 5 or whether you work for yourself, you're getting pimped by somebody. That's not the crime. The crime is how long you allow yourself to get pimped. You have to come up. Everything is a come up. Everything is a struggle. You start from the bottom, working to the top. The press and the media make you think that a black man arming himself is illegal or criminal, or that he wants to arm himself to rob a liquor store or something. You know what I'm saying? That is for me to defend myself, and it should always be. It's just about surviving, you know, and we have to be honest about the tools that we use to survive. And why is a black life any more recoupable than a white life?
You telling me Tupac was on this Black Lives Matter before? Come on, man. Come on, Pop. Damn, they got rid of you, boy. For real, bro. They got rid of you. I don't care what nobody said. From this right here, right? They got rid of you, dog. Like they legit got rid of you, bro. Like they got rid of you. Like there's nothing that you can tell me. They got rid of you, dog. Like you spitting, bro. You saying all the facts. You saying certain things that, like, if you like, I feel like it was a gap. Like you said it here, you died. Nobody really picked up that mantle, and then just like we here right now, and then now like a couple years ago, everybody was like, "Oh, hold on," you know what I mean? People start dying with, but I don't know if you was around, maybe we wouldn't have been going through that. They got rid of you for a reason, bro. They got rid of you, dog. Damn, that made me think. Did they get rid of? Did we get rid of people? Did they get rid of Mike? Was it a reason? Like it just make you start like, damn, they probably got rid of Mike too, some kind of way. Like I don't know what he did. What was he about to do? Because this is it was about to pop off. Maybe he was about to turn up, and buy some stuff or whatever. They got rid of Tupac.
You know what I'm saying? We know that they don't put the same security in the ghetto that they do in the whites in the white neighborhoods. So therefore, for me to be out here saying don't, put your guns down and no violence, that's hypocritical. And if I didn't talk about the violence, everybody would act like the violence wasn't there. We, as rappers, bought that violence. We bought the violence that we seen on the street, we put in our records for years. And after 3-4 years, people finally starting to see it because of all the statistics that's going on in the streets. If we stop talking about it, then they wouldn't take statistics. And when they stop taking statistics, then we'd be killing each other in the street, and these white people wouldn't care no more. Only reason they care is because, there's been some strays, and we done slipped over in the white neighborhoods, and there's kids in Iowa that want to be like us. You know what I'm saying? There's kids in Indiana that's trying to be like us.
Yo,
they can relate. You know what I'm saying?
You even admitted, I don't live in that neighborhood anymore. There's no real reason for you to carry a 9mm.
Don't believe that. Why?
Ooh.
In 2 years, I've had a gun pulled on me by my limo driver, by police, by everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I better be. You know what I'm saying? I've been attacked. You ain't read the papers about these skinheads trying to blow up black churches. Why? They see me as the enemy just like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? They can come to my house and sit outside my house just like anybody else can. A skinhead. And once my life is gone, it's gone. Can't nobody give it back to me. Not the judge, not the president, not the governor, not Calvin Butts, not Jesse Jackson. They can't do nothing but come to my funeral and talk pretty about how black people suffer. You understand? And as far as Jesse Jackson,
sheesh, bro, why is he rapping? Like he ain't even rap. I'm like, why he rapping like that? He ain't even rapping. Yo, he spit. Yo, okay. Yo, Pop, I got it. I ain't got nothing negative to say. They still ain't get to what they need to get to, but I ain't got nothing negative to say.
My first acting job was at the Apollo Theater when Jesse Jackson was running for president in 1984.
Okay.
It hurts me for him to say anything negative about any rapper because we supported him. He should support us. You know what I'm saying? As far as his image, you know what I'm saying? What was he doing? He should be the last person talking about gun violence when he sat right there while Martin Luther King caught one in the neck. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't really changed that much. I swear to God, nothing I ever say is meant to be something where innocent people get hurt. Nothing I ever say is meant to be like end all, let's go do it right now. Nothing. Everything I ever say, and if any, this is so we can set it clear. Anything I ever say as it pertains to my peers and being strapped is only in self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Because right now where I'm at, the world is harsh. And I just don't got no beautiful stories. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be getting them ready. Because that's why I think I messed up. If somebody would have grabbed me, pulled me to the side and been like, look, Tupac, as soon as you step out here, they're gonna be at you. If somebody would have explained it to me, I wouldn't have took the same mistakes. But I made those mistakes. And that was my job to stop somebody else from making those same mistakes. To lay it out, to lay out the real map on the world and how it is. Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. If everybody is so goddamn worried about me, why ain't nobody came to help me? You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be no star. This ain't my job. I don't care if everybody don't cheer for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're not cheering for me for what I'm doing, don't cheer for me. Don't cheer because you think I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? Screw that. Cheer for me for what I'm doing, for what I stand for. And when I go to jail, you should cheer louder.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing up for what I do. I'm not robbing nobody, not stealing from nobody. I never took nothing. Everything I do to represent my people. I do because I think this is what they want me to do.
That's right.
We killing each other because we killing ourselves. We not when another man. I know I've been in a position. It's out of our control. It's not like he wants to kill. He just doesn't want to die. You know what I'm saying? It's that situation when you got we are living in a war zone. It's not as easy as these people are making us think that they just got some criminal ass black kids with guns. It is not like that. We live in hell. We live in the gut.
Time out. So like let me think about that from the perspective of today. Is that that might be the case. I'm just thinking like Chicago. If you got people like, all right, so like, look, if you got like a couple wild people, like you got a YNW Melly moving around, or you got like a King Bond moving around, you might need to have that thing on you because you never know. You got people just moving around, and those are just two examples. There's mad, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them. Every hood probably got one of them. Somebody that just don't care. Not every hood, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody that just literally don't care. So you might have to be like that, depending on who you are and like what. Yeah, that's kind of true.
We got us stacked up 80 deep in one building. You know, by the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself because you living in the same community that the police is carrying rifles and riot gear. Same, they need them riot. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry. The same reasons they need the riot hat, the riot jacket, the flak jacket, the double vest, the 9mm Glocks with extra bullets, the tear gas, the mace, all that. Who do you think the police is using that against? Dogs? So we fighting the same villains that they fight in the street. But instead of them seeing us fighting villains in the street, we all villains.
Is your generation the one that is picking up for where the Panthers left off, saying, all right, enough is enough? The generation before us forgot about the fight. We're picking it back up.
Not only forgot about the fight, forgot about us. Yes. And we're picking it back up. But at this level, all we're trying to do is unite. And right now, as a year, we got 1 million people that's listening. Now we can tell them something. Now we can try to get them that way. And we might lose some. We might gain some. But we would never even have that audience had we not said what was real. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing for us to remember is that the same crime element that white people are scared of, black people are scared of. The same crime element that white people fear, we fear. So we defend ourselves from the same crime element that they scared of. You know what I'm saying? While they waiting for legislation to pass and everything, we next door to the killer. We next door to him, you know, because we up in the projects where it's 80 in the building. All them killers that they letting out, they right there in that building. But it's better just because we black, we get along with the killers or something. We get along with the rapists because we black and we from the same hood. What is that? We need protection too.
Finally, I want to ask you about something that someone else asked you in the interview, and I thought the answer was interesting because I think it speaks to you and your generation a lot. Someone said, where do you see Tupac 10 years from now? You said, hey, I just want to be alive.
Hey, how old is this dude that's talking to him? Because Ed Gordon acting like he keeps saying the generation, but he don't look too much older than Pop. Do we do generations by 10 years or 5 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, or is it like every 18 years? Or like, how do you cap off the generation? I think it's 10 years because my sister's Gen Z. So I think it's 10 years, but like, how old is Buddy? Is Buddy like 33? You don't look that old.
That's real for you.
That's so real. I made a metamorphosis. I'm a new person today because I used to strongly and honestly, I feel like I could represent my generation so much because I honestly did not care whether I lived or died. But now I cannot die with people thinking I'm a rapist or
Okay,
whatever.
let's get into it.
I can't leave until this shit's straight. You know, I'm not
Ed,
suicidal.
this is your
I
moment.
can't go until y'all really know what time it is.
Come
And
on,
then
Ed.
after that, boom, it's all over. And we can see, how this shit fall. But that's how it is. And the reason being is because if I can't live free, if I can't live with the same respect as the next man, I don't want to be here. Because God has cursed me to see what life should be like. If God wanted me to be this person and be happy here, he wouldn't let me feel so oppressed. He wouldn't let me feel so trampled on. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me think the things I think. So I feel like I'm doing God's work. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Just because I don't have nothing to pass around for people to put money in the bucket don't mean I ain't doing God's work. I feel like I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? Because these ghetto kids ain't God's children. And I don't see no missionaries coming through there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing God's work. While Reverend Jackson do his up in the middle class and he go to the White House and have dinner and pray over the president, I'm up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, doing my work with my folks. And just because I don't live there don't mean I don't go there. I got to go there because I can't hang.
As long as you
I don't know, man. I feel like they looped it. It's kind of weird. Like, hold on. I don't know. I feel like they looped it some kind of way. It's just like in the list. I don't know. That's super weird the way it kind of played. They did not get into what I thought they was gonna get into, which is crazy. Like, we ain't gonna do that. Like, we just not gonna do. All right, man. Um, but from what we did hear from him, like he was a smart guy, bro. Like, I really do believe they just kind of got rid of him, so we didn't get to listen to that music. Like, we got Jay-Z, but Jay-Z don't really he don't fight it. He just recently kind of went into that bag with the 444, I want to say, but he don't really go into like revolutionary and he don't really too much do that, my opinion. Not the way Tupac was talking, nah. Because Brenda got a baby, like he do have music that was a little different. It wasn't necessarily like, oh, everything just like let's go kill, let's go shoot. It was like some substance music in there. Dear mama, Brenda's got a baby. He has some other stuff in there. So like, yeah, yeah. I can't really say nothing too negative about what Pac had going on. I wish they would have got more in depth with like the meat and potatoes of the combo, but it is what it is. That's what was there. If y'all know it was another like interview where it's more in depth or like where it does go into those conversations, you know what I mean? Let me know and we can kind of jump on those. Um, but yeah, like, share, subscribe, be out.